Hey guys, this is going to be a quick video on how to make your monkeys shoot faster and stronger. I've also covered this in another video, but we're also going to increase the range as well. So it's really easy. What you do is you open up a project and go to the weapon definitions, which I have right here, and then open the folder for the tower you want to increase. Like always, I'm going to do the dart monkey just because it's pretty much like the standard iconic tower. And you can open up any one of the weapons. Now, if you were trying to be really thorough with your mod, you would have to edit like all the weapons just to make sure that it was like thorough and not inconsistent. But yeah, because for example, if I edit the dart monkey weapon in order to be faster, but I get the triple darts upgrade, the triple darts is going to kind of overwrite the dart monkey weapon in that sense, and then I won't have the super speed or super range or super power that I had before. So yeah, let's go ahead and open up the dartmonkey.weapon and we're in the file. So obviously, first thing we see is target range. That's pretty self-explanatory. That's the range. That's how long or how far the weapon can see balloons. Now I know that might sound weird, but basically the tower itself, the dart monkey, doesn't have range. It's the weapon that has range. And this target range is basically what triggers the dart monkey to turn and aim at the balloon and then fire at the balloon. So we're going to set this to 9999, and honestly that's kind of high. I wouldn't go higher than that because it might cause some issues. Just that's already bigger than the map, so just leave it that way. Now while we're talking about range, we need to change the cutoff distance. Now if you guys have ever thrown anything in your life, you've noticed that it tends to fall towards the ground because of gravity. That's what I like to think of when I think of cutoff distance. It's basically how far your dart can go before it disappears or before it hits the ground because of gravity. So it's not going to go forever. Even if you set your target range to infinite, eventually the dart will just disappear because it's gone too far and it's reached its cutoff distance. So what I do is I always just set this to be the same as my target range if I was trying to make it really far. You don't always have to do that. You can make the target range super high and the cutoff range something different. It's up to you. Alright, so we have changed the range. Now let's go ahead and change the speed. So there's three things to keep in mind with speed. We have cooldown time, fire delay time, and speed right here. So cooldown is after the dart monkey throws a dart, how long does it take before he's able to throw another dart? It's like a cooldown. You know how all the towers have a special ability? Well, they have a cooldown. When you activate them, there's a cooldown period before you can use it again. That is exactly the same as this. Now, fire delay time is something different. So fire delay time is his cooldown time is done, he's found a balloon, he's seen a balloon. How long does it take him before he can actually throw the dart at the balloon? Because nobody reacts immediately. There's always it takes you a little bit to react to something. So that's what fire delay time is. Now that he's able to shoot, how long does it take him to actually shoot? Now that is different from speed, which is how fast the dart goes. Just because his fire delay time is set to whatever, doesn't mean that it'll go and hit the target right away. This is just how fast he reacts. So for our mod, we want to set the cooldown time to, if we set it to something super low, then it'll fire so fast you might not even notice. So I'm going to set it to like 0.1, and I'm going to set the fire delay time to 0, because that's, I feel like, different. It doesn't really matter, in my opinion, how long it takes for that when we're talking about an OP mod where he fires like hypersonic. But I'm going to leave this set to like 0.1 just so we can see it. So yeah, now he's able to do all his awesome cool stuff, but the dart still has this limitation of speed, so let's go ahead and set this to like 2500. That's pretty damn fast. I don't want to make it too fast again because it will affect if we're even able to see it. Alright, so now our weapon has a super far range, and it is going to shoot super fast, and the dart itself is going to move at a super fast speed, but it's not powerful. So let's do that right now. First thing we got to look at is num persists. Think of each balloon, each color, each different type of balloon as a layer, and number of persists is how many it can go through. So if you're familiar with the dart monkey, he goes through one red balloon and the dart disappears. So we change number of persists to say like 99, and it'll go through 99 balloons before it disappears. Or you can set terminate on 0 persist to false. And now after it goes through all 99, it'll still exist. Because we said, hey, When you get to 0 persists, don't terminate. Return it to false. I believe if you set num persist to -1, that's basically infinite persist. So it'll always be a persist basically. Cool, so now our dart is going to go through 99 balloons, and then it won't terminate when it goes through all 99. That's awesome. However, it's only going to do damage to one layer at a time. What if you wanted to, say, damage multiple layers of a balloon at a time? So it starts off as a zebra, and you want to not only pop the zebra part, but you want to pop other layers inside this zebra, called the child balloons. To do that, it's pretty simple. Change collision type to continual, and now it'll go through more than one layer. In my experience, this doesn't always pop the whole balloon at once. So like say I shot a ceramic balloon, even though this is set to continual, it might not destroy the ceramic balloon in one hit. In fact, I believe it depends on how fast the dart itself is moving. So basically, how long the dart is going over the balloon is how many layers it's gonna pop. So if you notice, our dart is super fast, so it might only pop a few layers of the balloon before it goes past the balloon and stops popping. So you'll have to try to find the balance between how fast your weapon is, which is the speed, versus how many layers you want to pop. If you lower the speed, it'll have more chance to pop layers. And like, for example, just one hit a ceramic. So we've covered regular balloons, but what about MOAB class balloons? Go ahead and scroll down in your weapon until you see something about a task, and then a type, which is damage, and then a damage type, which for the dart monkey is piercing. Now, pretty much every weapon is going to have some kind of damage type, so you might have to look around a little bit. For example, the dart monkey has two areas where there's damage type, this area and this area. Which one do you use? I'm guessing use the first one, because that seems to make sense. In the dart monkey's example, the second section of damage is for one of the specialty upgrades. So, it leads me to believe use the first, but you might have to experiment. Anyways, if we change the amount here, it's the amount that each dart does, the amount of damage each dart does. Now, each layer of the balloon is basically 1, so it doesn't matter. But for an MOAB class balloon that has health, you just crank this up a little bit, let's say to like 9,999, and then it'll do that much damage per hit. And I'd say right about now, our weapon is pretty OP. It's got a crazy range, and it goes on for pretty much ever. The speed is out of this world. The dart monkey fires super fast. It's got basically 100 persist, stays around forever, damages multiple layers, and it can pretty much it literally will one-shot a ZOMG. Awesome, so let's go ahead and test this out. Before testing it out, I lowered the speed to 2,000 instead of 2,500, so there'd be more of a chance to pop some layers. Now let's test it out. Alright, so we're in game. Let's go ahead and take our dart monkey, and as you can see, his range is insane. I'm going to place him down over here, and I'm going to send a black balloon. Wow, look at that shit. That is fast. He's just annihilating that. Let's try a zebra. Nope. Ceramic? Nope. Let's try sending a ZOMG. Oh man, that is just bad. Dang. Yeah, this is OP. Look at that. He's just one-shotting. Let's try this. Look at that. He's just one-shotting them. I'm gonna set this to first actually, so we don't get killed. Oh, that doesn't look like that's happening. Yeah, we're gonna die. But if you guys notice, it pops the MOABs in like one shot. Let's put a few more of these bad boys here. I'll even set one here to strong. Oh man, that is insane. You're just wiping these out. Damn. Oh, lagging my game too. Woo, buddy, look at that. That is crazy. Look at that, just one dart just flying. Damn. Well, I'm going to cut the video here because it looks like my computer might crash, but thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helped you guys understand weapon files more and how to make them super OP. See you in the next video.